Good morning. This is Denise. Welcome to my home. I'm kind of at an angle. I think I'm doing this on purpose. This is going to be a short video, and see if I can get myself dressed. I think I need a mommy. Grab a cup of coffee and come and sit with me. Oh, dog, honestly, he's like a permanent attachment. I ought to just have him as a piece of jewelry. This is kind of as a result of a request. I want to make sure that you guys get to see what you need to see. And I know that this is not my strong suit. I know it's not. Yesterday, when I did the grab and go from Habitat, the sound was all messed up. I've spent all morning trying to find an app that will filter sound and to figure out what I'm going to do about being able to mobilize myself without falling on the floor and holding a camera. All of those things are issues for me where maybe someone else wouldn't think so much about it, but I have to. And this is about those boxes. When I put it together, it was out of view, and I want to make sure that, there was a request I wish that you would have. So I am. This is for you, Donetta, and for anyone else who would like to see the box put together. I know that seems like a little thing, but it's not. I really want... this shoulder drops and everything falls off. I want you to see what you want to see. Well, we have beautiful weather today, at least for a while. The sun is shining. It's very crisp outside. It's under 20. I have help. You little twit. You are just such a naughty little boy. You are. There are times, I think I might have told you this, but there are times when I wake up at night and I look down there and he's sitting there looking at me. Like, when are you going to wake up, Mom? Mom, Mom, Mom. He doesn't bark or do anything, get up on me and lick me or anything, but he'll just sit there and look at me. I think that might be what wakes me up. I don't know. I can't imagine that looking at me while I'm asleep with my mouth hanging open and spit dripping down and all of that stuff would be attractive to him. Did I tell you that Lacey killed a rabbit? Lacey killed a rabbit. And I think between Lacey and Hunter that it's totally devoured because I can't find the body anywhere anymore. Poor rabbit. Probably was an older rabbit or sick. Ugh, I hate to think about that. Lacey's not very quick. Hunter is. Maybe it's Hunter. Are you the killer? Are you a killer dog? Did you catch a rabbit? I don't know. Anyway, these boxes, there are 22 of them, and it has all the fold lines and everything on it. I'm going to move this video down so I won't be seeing you. Ah, boy, did I move it down. It came off. Hold on. Okay. I wanted to be able to show you this, so here we go. Sorry I dropped you on the floor. That wasn't intentional. Okay, all of the little fold lines are on here. I think you can see that. So what I did first was fold all the fold lines. I have no idea where they go, whether they go in or out, but at least they're folded. And I think I'm folding them the right way. And this has kind of a ledge, an edge where there are 2 fold lines in a row. Okay, and then there are these little flappers, and they have fold lines all over the place. There's one here. So my mind's eye tells me that there's a ledge on this box. So I'm thinking this goes out, this goes down and down. There's this one. Fold, 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 everybody. Do you have plans today? I've got to get over and pay my utility bill. It's due yesterday. So hopefully I don't have a late fee. I just totally forgot about it. Once it got cold yesterday, all I wanted to do was come inside, because I wasn't dressed for cold. Okay, I think I've got all my fold lines folded. Is that one folded? No. There's a whole bunch of them. And this one. I think it's the last one. I did get the other one put together. I hope that I can get this one put together as well. Fold these in. That's what I found out I needed to do. And then that goes down. And these little darlings go in here. And they connect. They've got these 2. You can see it in there. They connect. And this one, well, that got to go down there. I was thinking that these edges need to go underneath these edges. So I guess that I put the wrong ones down first. I don't know, we'll see here. I'll pull it back up and try it the other way. So as I'm going to tuck these little edges in here, and maybe it's going to look unfinished no matter what I do. These aren't real expensive boxes, but I think I just left it on the other one. But I was thinking, you know, maybe it should go that way. So we're going to try it that way with this one. I think that looks a little better. I'll connect these 2. And it goes in. And then this tucks in the top here. So there we have it. Now, these little tabs down here would look better if they went backwards, I think. I wonder if I can do that. I get so persnickety about what I do. I want to make sure that it's right. And it's not that big a deal, I suppose, but I want to do it right. So what if I do it this way? I gotta tuck those in, but I'm gonna turn this backwards. I think it'll look more finished that way. Don't even start, Hunter, stop. He'll sit and grumble for an hour. Just like this. He'll just grumble. That definitely looks more finished. So I'll pull this one up too. It almost looks like it ought to have a thing that it sticks in because of the way it's graduated, the tab, but it doesn't. Okay. Tuck this in. Almost takes as long to make the box as it does to make the item that's going to go in it, whatever that is. Okay, so here's the box. Now the cover is easy peasy. Just kind of open it this way. And then it slides in. Got it crooked. I've looked at probably 20 different apps for noise control, and they're all expensive. I haven't found one cheap yet. They say they're free, but all of the benefits to it are when you add it to make it superpower. So what are all kinds of things that you can think of that might fit in here? I would say that this is $7 inches. by 2 inches. Well, one side is like 2.5. The other, I would say 2, and then 7 inches long. So the contents would be a little bit smaller than that because we've got the little wall. But 22 boxes. And what did I pay, $1.50 for them? That's pretty cool. Well, I'm going to go see if I can find something else to do. Since I wound up turning the video off, I'm going to have to go through the editing process anyway. So I might as well add a few minutes to this with something. This is a Temu necklace. This is not a Temu sweater, but I have Temu pants on. So here I go. I will be right back. Hi. Okie dokie. Well, I think that I have something that we can do. We better, because it took me long enough to get things organized. This is one of the blocks that I had. I've drilled the holes in it so that it can hang. And I'll be putting this twine in there. But I want to paint it first. And I thought, well, I'll use one of these. Millions of stencils that I have. I haven't picked one. Once I paint this, then I'm going to stop the video again so that I can dry it with the hairdryer and put a second coat on it. And then I'll sand it. I think we can do everything here. Here's my little paintbrush. It's cute, huh? So, chop it like it's hot. I don't know if I want to do these. Let's see what I can find that's cute. This kitchen is seasoned with love. That's kind of cute. I'll look at the rest of them too. And that'll fit. I'll put that aside. The kitchen is the heart of the home. You've seen all of these before. I'm just picking one. Life is too short. Dance in the kitchen. I like that one too. That'll fit. Bake the world a better place. Bake the world a better place. If I have to stir it, it's homemade. I love you to the fridge and back. Cook, pray, and eat. That's kind of cute too. Which ones am I putting over here? I love you to the fridge and back. No, I don't want that one. I have to stir it. No. Oh, wait a minute. I'm putting them in the wrong piles. I think these are the maybe. Right here. The kitchen is the heart of the home. Cook, pray, and eat. Cooking is love made visible. Visible. That's kind of cute too. Oh, kitchens are made for families to gather. Too many choices. What is this one? Nothing brings people together like good food. Kitchen, the heart of the home. I kind of like this one. It's simple. Will it fit on here? It will. I think that's the one I'm going to use this time. So I've got the stencil. I need to put these back on the ring. If I don't, they'll get all bent and messed up. You know, those dogs just drive me absolutely nuts. I cannot keep them out of Peyton's room for the life of me. They find a way in, and she doesn't keep her stuff up. And it really irritates me. I'm going to have to get a hook latch or something for that door. I get to the store, they're not that expensive. I get to the store and then I forget to do it. And my dogs are just naughty. They know that they're not supposed to be in there. And they know that I'm tied up right now. I heard the door. I'm sure that they're in there. I put a chair in front of it. Oh well. We're not going to worry about that just now. 2 of them fell on the floor here. 3 of them. I was going to do white and black. You know, the lettering in the black. I think that'll be a good, like, combination. Well, that was easy enough. Thought I was going to have to fish things through. Okay. Here's my little stencil thing. Scissors. Gotta have scissors. I don't know. I painted this with that primer stuff. I think that it should go over that better than it will on the other side, where it's not. I just like the wood on the other side better because it has nothing on it. If I had my druthers, as far as what I would work with, always would be wood. I love the smell of wood. It's a very expensive hobby to have. anything with wood is. Wood hasn't always been that expensive. But I learned something living in Oregon. It was kind of interesting. You know, you see logging trucks all day long in Oregon. They're going this way and that way. And I found out that we cut the logs and then we send them overseas to be processed, and then we buy them back. What kind of sense does that make, huh? I don't know if we still do that, but when I first moved to Oregon in the 70s, that's what we were doing as a nation. If you hear craziness, it's because the animals are acting crazy. And the dogs aren't in here, so I know they're in Peyton's room. I know she has chocolate in there somewhere. I hope she put it up. As soon as I get this coat on, I'm going to go see. Just like rebellious kids, you know, when you figure it out that it doesn't matter who's watching you, if it's wrong, it's wrong. I don't think that dogs get to that point. Well, at least my dogs don't. Have you looked at our count lately? We're at 996. Before I started this video, we were at 996. It's pretty close to 1,000, isn't it? Okay, first coat on. Gotta go check my naughty babies. And I have a hairdryer here. I'm going to dry it so I won't be spending all day trying to... Oh, nuts. I need a bib. Everything I do, I get it on me. I better change this too while I'm up and soak it. Okay, I shall return. Hi. Well, I have to apologize to my dogs. They weren't in there. The cats were just crazy. And nobody was in there. I think they're afraid to maybe get close to the door now because I put a chair in front of the door. Well, I'm going to sand this down a little bit and put a second coat on. And I didn't change my sweater. It was already dry, and I have some Goo Gone. I'll just soak it in water with Goo Gone or put Goo Gone on the spots or whatever I need to do. Oh, it's pulling the paint right off. Maybe I'll wait until it's dried for a day before I do any sanding. I don't want to do that though. I want to do the stenciling. Goodness. I ought to be able to just get her done. You know what I'm noticing too is that, now this is how little I've done this stuff. This paint is not flat. It's semi-gloss. It doesn't dry flat. And I think that I'm going to have to buy chalk paint or something. Or just be okay with it not being flat. And it probably matters more to me than it would to anybody else. I don't know. I may have to do 3 coats on this. This is really good paint, I think. What little I know about paint has been painting rooms and stuff. And this seems to be pretty thick. If that's a measurement of good paint, then we've got good paint. I think what I'm going to need to do though is maybe just let it dry by itself for a few hours. I did use a hairdryer, but I suspect that that just dries the outside shell and it's still wet. Man, I haven't done this stuff in a long time. When I was getting this stuff out, was it when I was getting this out? I don't remember exactly, but I was remembering I've painted 2 houses pretty much by myself. It has been by myself. And it wasn't until the second house that I painted that I thought about a sprayer. But I hand brushed the first one. It was a good sized home. Both of them were 3 bedrooms. One was 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. That was my family home. I grew up their home. And one was my own home. I used to do all kinds of stuff like that. I did a lot of wallpapering and it was really fun to just put my own stamp on stuff. And it was so fun to see it when it was done. Sun's still out. That's a good sign. day's half over. Well, it's not really, but I get up at 5, so noontime is just kind of half over. Well, this isn't turning out quite the way I wanted it to. I thought maybe I could do this at all in one sitting with you. But alas, I cannot. I thought the hairdryer would speed things up. It probably did speed it up some, but I can't just use a hairdryer. It has to dry on its own as well. I've got paint everywhere. This little thing, I've got paint everywhere. And I drilled those holes. And I'm going to have to re-drill them because the paint is over them. I didn't want to mess up the paint by drilling them after they were painted. So I'm learning. I will spend part of my day continuing to look for noise filters to find out how to do that. I don't like noise either. And I guess I don't notice it so much when I'm recording. For instance, you know, my dryer, if I have the dryer on, I had it on for the first part of this. I know you're going to hear it. I didn't even think about it. It's a noise. It's like white noise. It's just, I don't pay attention. So I think what I'm going to do is find out if the post office will take a check so I can get my post office box this month. Let's see where we are. You'll probably hear me hooting and hollering. When we hit 1,000. I don't like the news. Do y'all watch the news? I don't like what they have to say. I remember when you could look at the newspaper and yeah, they'd have the news, but then there'd always be stuff on there that was so fun. 996, 4 more subscribers. And we will be 1,000 strong. Can you imagine that? I can't even imagine it. 1,000 people that have tuned in and want to be a part of us and are a part of us. What a blessing. I imagine you've noticed that my word for this week is blessing. And I have to keep myself still because I have all kinds of thoughts about blessings. I gotta let this be God on Sunday. I once again need to get on the community page. That's what I'll do first after I get off of here. Is get on the community page and say hi. Bear with me. I love you guys. And until next time. Hi. Well, I think that we have... Oh, I've been out in the wind. Can you tell? We have a dry piece of wood. I went to Habitat today. I had to donate some stuff, and I went in and I found a few things. One of the things that I found was really cool because I'm finding that acrylic paint is not a flat paint, and I guess I didn't pay attention to that. And I think that ultimately, you know, the white needs to be flat. But I'm going to go ahead and finish this piece. Hi, baby. You can't get up there. Hi, come here. Hi. This is one of my rescue babies. I just love her. She's so sweet. This is Gremlin. And her hair is starting to grow back in. When I got her, she had no hair on her tail end at all. She was just one big scab. And I think she overgrooms, and because she overgrooms, she overgrooms. So I've gotten her kind of past that. Hopefully we'll stay that way. Anyway, what I found was a gallon of ceiling paint, and it's almost full. But because it was donated, you know what they charged me for it? $1. $1. Isn't that so cool? Well, here we go. This is the black, and the stencil is on here. Let's just see what we can do here. It's getting a lot on the... It's been so many years since I've done this. So what did you all do today? It's 3:30 now. I've been getting this video ready for a minute. I'm gonna have to get more black paint. I thought I had enough. You really don't need much. Have you gotten out? Is it beautiful where you are? It's really pretty here today. I don't know if it's going to stay that way. I know we're supposed to get rain. Well, I hope that this turns out okay. It may be a first effort throwaway. I don't know. It was so quiet in there today. Senior day really, really, really is difficult. And really, I could wait and go later, but things are pretty picked over by that time. A little bit more. Where'd it go? Here it is. Oh, I didn't daub it. To get some of the paint off of it. It's so nice to get out when it's beautiful outside. I got the trash cans moved and took my donation to Habitat. Oh, I'm afraid. I'm very afraid. Oops, there's part that didn't get any. Okay. That's not too bad. Look. That's so cool. Wow. There's part here that I didn't get very well, but you know what? It's all right. What do you think? I think that I'm pleased. And you see how when you daub it, it kind of gives a different kind of a painted finish. I'm pleased. I don't think the background needs to necessarily be white either. I'll be right back. Well, things clean up pretty well. I'm impressed. And it is water soluble until it dries. And then it's supposed to be not. So what did I get at Habitat? Let's see. I found some baskets. I found some little candles. They're really cute. I should just go get the stuff and bring it in. Maybe I can get Peyton to do that. They clean up really nicely. I'm going to see about the string now. I'm going to have to figure out a way to string this through. I don't want to put huge holes in this stuff. I probably should just wait for it to dry. I get excited. Most of this is cracker. So here is the finished product again. All I need to do now is put the string on it, and you can see the holes. I kind of bored the holes back out with the tweezers. I think I'm going to be able to do this. I've got to figure out what I can charge for these kinds of things and go to town. I think what I'd like to do is like design wall groupings of different types of things to hang on the wall, and maybe they'll sell together because they're in a grouping. Or, you know, I can just sell them individually too. What do you think? I wonder if I can do this without flipping you off the stand again. There. Well, I kind of did what I was hoping to do, and I won't end this just yet. I'll end it if I don't bring the stuff in. I'll just go ahead and end it, but I think I'm going to go outside and bring in the things that I got and show you. I spent another $9. So this week it'll be $21 that I spent there. And I think it's pretty well spent. You know, I've gotten some really nice things. And they're things that kind of add to what I've already got going. Ugh. Here's the ceiling paint, and this is premium acrylic latex ceiling paint, bright white, and it's a flat white. And it's about as full as it can be. So I'll be able to, this really isn't terribly shiny. I think I would prefer it to be flat though. And I'll be using the acrylics that are not flat on different things, you know. Another area that I'd really like to explore, I used to paint pictures. Not paint by number, I mean paint pictures. I used to write. I've done a lot of different things. God has blessed me with some areas that I've really enjoyed. And I haven't touched on it for a very long time. So it's time. Oh. Why isn't it going on? Okay. My sweet little girl went out and got the stuff for me. Of course, I went out and took all kinds of stuff out, so she didn't have to do that. Okay, this bag. Peyton, let the dogs in, please. Was 50 cents. Oh. $0.50. Now what's in here? It's really hard for me to identify scents. It's a red candle scent. Watch it, guys. It's a candle. It doesn't have a wick, so it can be melted. No, no, go away. Go away. I'll play with you in a minute. Oh, that smells so good. It's a little tea light. Is it like cinnamon and apple? I don't know, but it's very, very nice. And these are two just regular tea lights. And I thought this was just adorable. Right here. Look. They're candles. Apples. I know people don't do apples like they used to. But you can certainly have fun with them. Look at this. Isn't this pretty? This goes on top of a candle. Like if this was a candle, it would go on top like this. And your candle always looks fresh and beautiful because this hides the top that's burnt. And it's like a bronze. It's very, very pretty. This was 50 cents. It's metal. And this is paint. I didn't get that there. Do you remember the earrings that I got yesterday, that I found yesterday? The gold ones? Well, this was in the jewelry today. And it's very, very similar. This is like a scarf pin. It has the flip thing like that. Very similar to the earrings. See, it has the rope design. So I'm going to make an ensemble. This is another Citrus Celebration fragrance. Premium soy tarts. American Farm tarts. Ugh, I haven't smelled it yet. Ooh, it doesn't smell citrusy at all. It smells more floral. It's very, very nice. What I found with soy, they don't last as long when you burn them. But I don't burn candles, so this will be perfect in my melter. This is called Potpourri Hearts, and this is using potpourri burner without water. And it's supposed to be grapefruit. It's wrapped up. I can unwrap it and smell it. Both of these tarts are 50 cents each. It doesn't really smell like grapefruit, but it smells good. Of course, I guess I wouldn't think that grapefruit really has much of a smell. It'll be interesting to see what it winds up throwing, you know, the scent. I'll put them back in here so that they'll be somewhat protected. All these little candles. They can decorate stuff, you know? This picture kind of reminds me of those pictures that I found. Can you see it? Like Americana type stuff. And it says $1.50 on the back, but he gave it to me for 50 cents. I asked him, you know, I said, this has been here for a minute. Is that price firm? And he said, no. So that was 50 cents. I bought claw clips. There are 3, 6, 9, 12 of them for 50 cents. I'm going to give them to Peyton. I hope she uses them. Oh, here are the earrings some earrings that I found. There's 2 pair. I got 2 pair for 50 cents. These are really nice, I think. If I can get into the bag. I didn't cut it, I just used it to open them. These look like they're brand new. They still have the the rubber stays on them that I take off because I can't use them. But look, this is one. Can you see that? And this is the other set. And they're both wires. And they kind of look like enamel. I don't know what exactly they are, but it reminds me of the enamel. Lacey, cut it out. These are the other pair, and they remind me of the enamel too. So there are two pair of, I think they're really sweet little earrings. For 50 cents. And I got dressmaker pins, 500 pins, straight pins for 50 cents. Funny enough, these things are really expensive. These little plates were 3 for 50 cents, and I like them. They look vintage to me. I need to find out about them. They are vintage. I'm going to have to find out about this mark. I can't really see it. Oh, the tape was covering up a chip. Oh well. They're still really cute. Let's see, there's a chip. But it's a really old chip. And this one is in really good condition. The glaze is crackled from age, but no chips. They're really cute. It's almost like they're doll dishes, you know, our child's dish set. This one is chipped too. That's all right. I'm not sorry I got them. See, there's a chip up there. And there's a chip right here. Maybe I can do them. I'll keep the one plate that isn't chipped separate. And maybe what I can do is do flowers or something on here to where I hide the chips. Not that I would hide them and not tell the people that they're chipped, but hide them so that they'd be beautiful. That would be fun. Now, I paid $2 for these. I don't know how many there are, but they're little plate stands. Like this. Where you can display. And there's a whole slew of them. There's 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 10. This one's 11, 12. That one's broken. 13. 14. 15. 16, 17. 18. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 25, 26, 27, 28. Here's a little clear one, 29. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. 35, 36, 37, 38. 39, 40, 41, 42. 43 inside, and then there's another clear one, 44. For $2. I can certainly use these to display my wares. Even with like this, they don't have to be really big to display a lot. You know, you can use one of these for something like this. I think that things look so much nicer when you can display them well. And they're not just laying on a table. And this one's broken. That's odd. I wonder if the other part is in here. I didn't see another one that was individual. I'll look. Here's my receipt. $9.10. I got this basket. I like the size of this and the functionality of it. You can put a lot of stuff in it. I actually have two other baskets that are very similar to these that are, they could be sister baskets. And that basket was free. Now look, I got the can. That's a can. And these flowers, they're like, kind of like hydrangeas. And there's greenery in here too. I'm not crazy about the greenery. And some kind of this, but these are what I was really interested in. This was $1. I love this little jar. It has a little spoon. Could be a mustard jar, or I don't know what you would necessarily call it, but it has a cork. And inside of it There's some seashells and 2 thimbles. You remember the seashells I got the other day? I could put some in there too. Melbourne Beach, Florida. That's what this thimble is. Savannah, Georgia is this one. It's very pretty. And then the seashells. To buy seashells, they're pretty expensive, especially, you know, if they have a lot of detail. Look at the snail shell. That is so pretty. And then there's a couple of cut it out, quit grumbling. Do you hear him grumbling? Such a grumbly boy. And he's doing that because I told him that they couldn't get up with me. I believe that. What's this one? And this one. There's so much under the sea that we just have no clue about. It's fascinating to me. I was really impressed with this because it does have the cork and it has a little spoon. It'll be fun to decorate this up, and I'm sure I can sell it. And this was cheap. $0.25. I love this basket. Now this has a metal frame. I like the weaving on it. It's really pretty. And then it's got the weaving here and there. This was $1. Now these two were Christmas remnants, and they were both free. This kind of reminds me of the basket that I have the kit for. It's really nice. And this one is quite red. I may not keep it that color. I like red a lot, but not everybody does. So that was my $9 splurge at, oh, there was one other thing too. And I think that I missed the boat on this. It's called Brain Quest, and there were 2. And I thought they were the same, but this one is deck 2, and I think the other one was deck 1. And you open them up, and it's got all kinds of questions and answers. And these are 4th grade. Are diamonds made of metal, stone, or carbon? What kind of bird finishes this expression? Proud as a peacock. In baseball, what's it called when the batter swings and misses? Strike. What part of a bird did Native Americans use to make their headdresses? These are pretty easy questions for 4th grade. But I think these would be fun. Peyton likes to do these kinds of things. At least she did at one point. What small percussion instruments can you fasten to your thumbs? Maracas. Not maracas. What are they called? Where is it? What four faces can you see carved from stone on Mount Rushmore? Do you know that? Well, it must be the card just before it that has the answers. Those are questions. How does that work? 1, 2, 3. That's wrong. It says German Americans. It's okay to be smart. It's your grade, your age, your challenge. Play to learn. And there are 6 different categories. There's science, English, math, grab bag, history, and photography. So that's kind of a fun thing. And I paid 50 cents for that as well. Well, thank you so much for following me through with this. I'm pretty excited that this turned out as well as it did. I didn't know that it, for a first time, I didn't know. It's not the first time I've stenciled, but it's probably been 25 years ago that I stenciled the last time. And that was the first time and the last time. Well, I think I need to get this going. I love you very much. Thank you so much for sitting with me and for visiting with me. It means so much to me that you come. If you enjoy the content, I would invite you to subscribe. I would invite you to like the video. There's another one. I would invite you to comment. Let me know what you think. Comments have kind of dwindled down a little bit the past few days. I don't know what's going on. I hope everyone is well. And I hope that it's just a coincidence. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. I've got to get this processed and get it out to you. Again, I love you. We're 4 down. 4. I think we're going to make it today. I love you so much. Bye-bye. Oh, until next time.